Okay, so here's the best of my backyard Sunday afternoon special mechanical ability. If you look right here, see all the wet slobber. There's a head gasket's leaking around the number 3 cylinder. This was the bolt I pulled out around the number 3 cylinder, and it was completely immersed in oil. Compared to every other bolt that wasn't. It was only immersed in oil to there. So I've got 2 bolts left. I'm going to pull each one after a day of taking every other thing apart and all the parts all over the chair and stuff. And then we're going to pop this head off and send it off to, let's see, that one's got oil around it too. And then we'll get this one off. I spent the day pulling off all the parts and pieces that are strewn all over the chair. Alright. Camshaft timing belt is off. There we go. Off comes the head. And look at the oil pouring in between the two. So definitely the head gasket was leaking. Everywhere else is dry. We're right between number 3 and 4. And look at actually the oil dripping into the engine. Some white. There's a lot of combustion debris. A little bit of white around there. Look at the amount of oil in there, eh? Isn't that unbelievable? This prick was really leaking. So there's the underside of the head. And you can see the amount of oil here and here. So it looks like oil was pouring into both cylinders, 3 and 4. Not just, and nothing to do here. So you see 2 valves are already open. So we'll take this into the machine shop at Lordco and let them check the head for warpage, clean it up, check the valves, see if they seal properly. They'll pull out the camshaft and check it for end play, undo these, put it back together with assembly lube, and then basically I'll have to put the manifold back on myself, and then it'll be bolt on, and away we go. There's the inside of the engine. And there's, see, and figures that the side of the head gasket that was leaking came up the easiest out of all of them, which was this side right here. So we'll pull that up eventually, and then we'll clean it. Nice thing about this setup is that there's actually a couple of pins to line it up. Right there, this pin that will line up the head, and then you just reorient it this way and then put your bolts on, away you go. So there's a defective head gasket that's failed. So that'll be replaced, but this will be all cleaned up and polished. The bolt holes will be cleaned out, and then we'll start putting it all back together once we get the head back. There you go.